Before we get into today's episode, I just want to apologise for my voice. I unexpectedly lost it on the day of filming and I really didn't want to let anyone down, so we stuck with it. But a huge thank you to Hollie for being so understanding, and a huge thank you to you guys for all of the views we had on our very first episode. It means the absolute world to us. And if you do enjoy this one, please don't forget to like, comment, share and hit that all important subscribe button, and we'll see you all for the next episode. Welcome back to another episode of Tack Talk with Equiest, powered by Battlesbridge Horse and Country. Today we have the lovely Hollie here with us to tell us all about her journey. So can you tell us a little bit about you and your horse? Apologies as well. I sound like a frog. You can laugh at me if you need to.
So my horse is called Freckles. That's actually my horse. He's a grey Irish draft, and we will be going out doing the light horse cob classes in the future, but no one actually wants to hear about him. They all want to hear about Louie, the Shire, who we're competing this year and hoping to get to Hoys.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Oh, when did you start riding?
I was about 8 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
What was that on? What kind of horse was that?
It was a really little cob, and it was a client of my mum's, and my riding lessons weren't like other people's riding lessons. There was no health and safety, and I was just basically chucked on the horse with no reins and no stirrups, and she cracked the whip, and I just had to learn to stay on, and I absolutely hated it. I used to have tantrums after tantrums about going, and then in the end I learned to love it. So yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Can you recall a specific moment or event that set you on the path to where you are today?
The path with the Shires, that started with my best friend, who's also my boss, and one day she just said to me, "I want to get a Shire," and then one Shire turned into another, and then before you know it, we're going around the country just qualifying and trying to get into every show we possibly can with them. So yeah.
Oh, amazing. And has there been a specific person who inspired you along the way?
I've had lots of people that have inspired me, from my instructors to people my senior that have just got a wealth of knowledge. Then there's professional riders. There's too many to list, really.
Have you always wanted to do showing?
No.
No,
I did when I was younger, and I fell out of love with it. And then I didn't really have a choice the second time around to redo that one.
I love that. What was it you would have said you would rather have done at the time before showing?
I don't know really. I just enjoyed just being with the horses, but now I'm back in it. It's very different, and I'm doing a different level of showing, and now I actually do love it again. So yeah,
that's nice. What is it that you love about it?
I think it's just the fact that you can take a horse and they can come in from the field covered in mud, etc., etc., or a horse is quite poor, and you can turn them into something amazing. Get them ready and make them look the best of that they possibly can, and then you go in the ring and you just get to be proud, obviously showing off the perfect example of the breed. So yeah,
I love that.
I like that part of the showing.
Have you faced many challenges during your competition years?
Well, nothing worth having comes without challenge, so yes.
That is very true. I love that. Have these challenges shaped your resilience and determination in pursuing your dreams?
Yeah, I have noticed that the more I get knocked down, which happens to everyone, the more I'm stubborn and determined to get back up again. So yes,
I will
definitely.
Do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I love that. Was there ever a point that you felt like you couldn't continue and wanted to give up?
No,
No?
never.
Really? Oh, that's impressive.
Oh, don't get me wrong, I've cried in the saddle, but I haven't I haven't ever actually wanted to give up. So no.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I think I'm just nuts, to be honest.
Do you get nervous on the lead up to competitions?
I think that depends who you ask, really, or what horse I'm riding. There's a lot of pressure that goes into the showing when you think of the travel expenses around the country, the entry fees, your stabling costs, and just the pressure to do well in the ring as I'm riding other people's horses as well. You don't want to let them down. So I would say times like that are nerve-wracking, and not only that, it's based on a judge's opinion and how your horse goes on the day, you know. So it's once I'm in the ring, I absolutely love it. But I think the build-up of getting in, there can be the pressure at times. So, yeah.
Does it affect you, doesn't it, sometimes, without you even realising?
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a lot of expectations and you want to do well. So
yeah, of course you do. What would you say your biggest achievement's been?
Do you know, nothing that I've ever won.
Really?
Yeah, I think all my biggest achievements, and it sounds soppy, but it's the stuff that goes on at home, you know, like when I've saved a pony's life, when I've cured injuries the vets have said can't be done, and even just having a connection with your horses and just loving them and them loving you back. I think that's worth more than any rosette or trophy that you could possibly get. So
this is me going a bit off track, but you just said about saving a pony's life.
My son's pony, he colicked quite a few times and twisted inside, and he was only given 5% chance of survival.
Oh my gosh.
And I did it 3 times, and then unfortunately the 4th time he couldn't do it anymore. So yeah, he had some real bad gut issues that kept him colicking, but he was so dramatic. Like, it started off as just a real mild bellyache, but he was so dramatic. He would twist himself inside out, and then so inevitably it did get him, but we managed to keep him going for a lot longer than we should have done. So
wow,
yeah,
well done to you. Thank you. Do you follow a specific training schedule on the lead up to shows?
Every horse is different, really. Louie, for instance, the Shire, he needs to be in constant work leading up to shows. It won't stop. In fact, we put the pressure on him more leading up to shows. He does his best when he's under pressure. We've got other horses that would like to just have a few days off before a show, reserve their energy, and others we try not to take them in the school at all because they can get a bit sour with the schooling, etc., etc. So I think it's tailor-made really to the horse. So there's no set schedule. It just depends on who we're entering.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And what's your process when you arrive at a show?
Oh, it's chaos. It really is chaos. We get there, and so with the Shires, we are always stabled in other locations to everyone else. Okay. So you can't just follow the main traffic and where all the other lobbies are. We have to find ours because we're open to the public. So we'll go in and find our stable, and then it's just kind of all hands on deck, getting the stable ready as quickly as possible. We usually tend to walk the horses for a bit because wherever we go, they're never local. So they've been on the box for a while. Yeah. Walk them off and then, get them to the stables. And then with the Shires, it's a lot of leg washing and grooming and more grooming and more grooming. Then we just try to find our ring, see where we are, kind of get rooted of the showground. And then, that's probably it really. It's just a lot of running around.
I didn't realise that the Shires were open to public. Yeah,
so wherever we go, the public are allowed, well, I'd say 99.9% of the showgrounds. We've never been to one that you haven't been able to. The public can come round, they can watch us get them ready, they can meet the horses, which is great, it's publicity for the breed. And it's fantastic that the public get to come and see them because they are rare and endangered, and it's nice for people to come and see them. Plus, they're magnificent, really, aren't they?
Yeah, so, beautiful.
And it's not just the Shires; it's all heavy horses. So,
really?
Yeah, that's Clydesdales, the Suffolk Punches, Percherons. It's all open for everyone to see.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Do you have any other hobbies outside of horses?
I haven't got time. I've got 2 children and some other pets, and the horses. There is no time. So no.
They take up everything, don't
they?
Yeah,
absolutely everything.
How do you balance your work life with your personal interests and competing?
Very fortunate, and I'm one of those people that actually get to do their passion as their job.
Love that.
Yeah, I'm very blessed, and it's great because I never actually feel like I do a day's work, even though I'm working every day. So yeah, that's how I balance it all. It's all just together.
Oh, you said you've got 2 children as well.
Yes.
So are they at school now, or?
Yeah, I've got a daughter. She's 14, and a son. He's 8. My daughter loved horses when she was younger. I cannot get her near one now.
Really?
Not interested. Has nothing to do with them. My son's really into it. He loves it. He prefers the manual side of it with the mucking out and everything rather than the riding. But he does also love the riding as well. But it's nice he is more interested in actually taking care of the horse than just getting the ride and getting off and throwing the reins at mum.
Yeah, that is really nice.
Yeah, so, he loves it.
Oh, bless him. Is there a daily habit or routine that you feel contributes to your productivity or helps keep your fitness up?
Throwing the muck heap up. I'm the only one that does it. There's a lot of horses, and throwing the muck keep up, definitely.
It's a talent.
Yeah, and I'm really OCD about it as well. So it has to. If I
You've
could
got
get
little steps in it and everything.
steps, if I could get the leveler out, it would be out. It is the world's tidiest muck heap. So yeah, definitely.
I love that. I feel like I need a picture of this muck heap now.
I'll send you one. I'll send you the before I've been there and the after I've been there.
Yeah, we can insert it.
And the other people, they do try, bless them.
It's just not quite the same.
No. It's a method.
And is there an item on your bucket list that you are excited about completing?
I have quite a few things on my bucket list. I would love to breed and produce my own horse in the future. But the closer future, I suppose, would be getting Louie to Hoys and riding around that arena of dreams. So, yes, that's on there too.
Is there a specific breed you want to actually breed from? Or?
I think I'd love another Shire, but I also do enjoy my cob. So, but I've been quite lucky with him because he's not your typical cob. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I think realistically, he is probably going to be a Shire.
Yeah, take it as it comes. How do you plan to achieve that item? So, going to Hoys, obviously, is that this year or next year?
We're hoping this year, but it's Louie's first year out, so we're hoping he will. But if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. He has the talent too and everything else. Next year, 100% happening.
Oh, amazing.
But no, I think just sheer grit and determination, I guess. So
it will happen.
It's going to happen.
Oh. And can you share a specific dream or goal that holds a special significance to you?
One day, I want to wake up in the morning, make myself a cup of coffee, and walk out my front door in my slippers to my horses. That is the ultimate goal, to just be at home and have my horses at home. Yeah. It's a pretty big goal. It might not happen, but that is what I would love to be doing in life. So yeah.
Imagine that view from your window.
I know, exactly. I'd be feeding them apples and carrots out the window. They'd actually be in the house.
Oh God. Have you learned a specific life lesson that you would like to pass on to others?
There's been a lot, and I would say that you never know enough, and you think you do, and then you learn more. And I think lessons, just keep up with the lessons, and when you get to a point with a certain instructor, then go higher, like don't stop with the lessons, and just listen to advice from people, because someone might give you advice that you've not thought of and it could work, like don't dismiss it, just listen to what everyone has to say. And I think the biggest thing that's missing in this horse industry and lesson I've learned is to just be kind and supportive, because this horse world is hard enough as it is, and we just need more supportive people in it, I think. So
that is very, very true.
Yeah.
I agree. Has there been a mistake, challenge or lesson that taught you something about yourself?
Oh, I tell you, I've made more mistakes than I can count, and I think you do. When I was younger, I got given... I wasn't from a wealthy family, so I got the naughty ponies, and if I wanted to do well, I had to create them myself, So there was a lot of mistakes made along the way. I've learned from every single one of them and not made them again. But I think you have to make mistakes, you can't just go through life making perfect decisions all the time. So lots of mistakes, and it has definitely taught me that I am very, very stubborn and I don't give up on stuff. So yeah, I guess that's the lesson I learned from the mistakes.
It's not always a bad thing.
No. Sometimes I probably should have, though.
Yeah. Oh God. Would you say there are any specific challenges within the showing world, and how do you go about navigating them?
The showing world is difficult. It's not like show jumping, that's very black and white. If you knock a pole down, you get 4 faults. That's it. With showing, it is all just based on a judge's opinion, and they differ from one judge to the next. We was at a show not long ago, and Louie, in the space of an hour, we had the most quickest and amazing turnaround from one class to another. But in the first class, he was the 5th best gelding in the country. In the next class, we had the 2nd worst confirmation of the day, and that's just 2 different judges' opinions. And that's what it is, and it's really difficult to get your head round at first, because we all think we've got the best horse, and unfortunately someone else's opinion might be different to that. But you just got to keep going, because you find that the more you do, the more you're just like, well, it's not our day today. And then the next next show you go to, you're getting first and champions and stuff, so you can't let it get to you.
No.
You just got to keep pushing on. So
Yeah.
that
Cool.
would say that's the hardest thing
The
that they're
hardest
showing.
bit, yeah. How do you feel showing has evolved over the years? And do you think there is a key factor to those changes? Sorry.
Showing's open to more people now.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly amateurs, which is incredible. You can go to local shows, you can do county level, and they even hold amateur only shows themselves now, so you can only enter that, and the whole thing is based on them. You can get to Hoyes, Royal International, Equifest on amateur status, and I think that's amazing that like they're including the other people that don't do it for a living, you know, so it's hard because you go into a ring and you're up against professionals, and it's disheartening when you go in because you're like, oh well, I'm not getting the ticket. So it's nice that they're including them now, and everyone does have a shot to get to the top. And they're doing more classes for all different variations for the breeds and stuff, and I'd say that it's evolved for the better in terms of including everybody, which is great. So.
I can imagine it's quite overwhelming though, walking in with all the professionals there.
Yeah, it definitely knocks you down to reality because you get there, and I remember the first horse qualifier I ever entered, I thought I was the best thing since sliced bread. My horse was incredible, I felt incredible. I got in there and I looked like the 6-year-old on the Shetland in a riding lesson compared to everybody else. So it really does make you up your game, you know. It is a big kick back down to reality, but it's also inspiring, you know, because you just, well, I mean, for me it is, I look around and I'm like, how are they doing that? I need to learn to be like that, you know. So for me, it was great. It was the kick up the bum that I needed. So
love that. If you could give younger Hollie any advice, what would it be?
Probably don't ever get on a horse. It's all fun when mum and dad are paying, but it's not as you get older.
No, it's really not. The money just goes straight back out of the account.
It really does. No, that's not true. I think even if I didn't get on them now, I'd still be where I am today. I don't know really. I don't know. I don't think I'd do anything different to how I've done it.
I love that.
Yeah.
No regrets.
No regrets.
What's coming up next for you?
So from May to September, we are away every week, virtually, sometimes twice a week.
Busy.
Yeah, and we just zigzag around the country. So we'll be taking Louie out. And if you see Louie at shows, or you see us at shows, please come and say hello, because he absolutely loves all the fuss.
Aww.
And then all the other horses at home as well, they'll be making local appearances.
Nice.
So yeah, but it's just a lot of showing. The show season is going to be intense this year, but I'm buzzing for it.
Oh, so exciting. Thank you so much for coming on today.
No problem.
Love having you. And please don't forget, if you like this, to give it a big thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and give it a share. And we'll see you all for the next one.